Dari. Number 27, Jean-Ric Bellegarde. Number 3, Hugo Bueno. Number 17, Pedro Lima. Number 24, Totti Gomez. Number 11, Huang He-chan. Number 31, Sammy Johnston. Number 21, Rodrigo Gomes. And number 15, Gerson Mosquera. And for Liverpool, managed by Arne Slot, starting for the Reds tonight. Number 1, Alisson Becker. Number 30, Jeremy Frimpong. Number 5, Ibrahima Konate. Number 4, and the captain, Virgil van Dijk. Number 6, Milos Kerkez. Number 38, Ryan Gravenberch. Number 10, Alexi McAllister. Number 11, Mohamed Salah. Number 8, Dominic Szoboszlai. Number 18, Cody Gakpo. And number 22, Ugo Ekitike. And on the bench for Liverpool tonight, number 14, Federico Chiesa. Number 2, Joe Gomez. Number 17, Curtis Jones. Number 25, Georgi Mamadashvili. Number 68, Kieran Morrison. Number 73, Rio Engamoa. Number 42, Trey Neone. Number 47, Calvin Ramsey. And number 26, Andy Robertson. And in terms of the match officials for tonight's game, the referee is Thomas Bramall. The assistant referees will be Gary Bezic and Adam Nunn. And the fourth official is Adam Hercheg. And I'm sure you'll be delighted to know that VAR is present at this game. The video assistant referee will be Timothy Wood, and the assistant VAR official is Wade Smith. So in terms of where we are then in the league table, heading into the start of this game, so Liverpool currently in 5th position, and also in a run of good form as well for the Reds. So in terms of all competitions, they're currently on a run of 4 wins in a row. And of course for Liverpool, after this game, their next game is against Wolves at Molineux, as they're playing there on Friday night as well in the 5th round of the FA Cup. So it's kind of like the first part of the 2-part bill here between Wolves and Liverpool at Molineux Stadium. Now Wolves, of course, still seemingly destined to be relegated, but at least within the past few weeks they have shown a little bit more fight, and they have got the consolation that they definitely won't be regarded as the worst team in Premier League history. They have surpassed that record low total that Derby County set quite a few years ago now, following their 2-0 home victory over Aston Villa in their most recent game. So Wolves have now picked up 2 Premier League victories from their 29 league games so far, and have picked up 13 points to surpass that record low points total of Derby from quite a few years back now. And those 2 victories have come at home at Molineux as well. So that's in terms of the form guide, that's where we are ahead of this game then between Wolverhampton Wanderers and Liverpool. Don't forget, this is the last of 4 Premier League games to get underway tonight. So 3 games kicked off slightly earlier at 7:30 p.m. It's currently goalless between AFC Bournemouth and Brentford, just a few minutes before half time. It's currently Everton 1, Burnley 0 at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, and it's currently goalless between Leeds United and Sunderland. So this game between Wolves and Liverpool, the last of the 4 Premier League games to kick off tonight. There's also a few Premier League games tomorrow evening as well. We'll just quickly run through those before the game kicks off here at Molineux. So we've got Aston Villa versus Chelsea, Brighton and Hove Albion versus Arsenal, Fulham versus West Ham United, Manchester City versus Nottingham Forest, and Newcastle United versus Manchester United. So plenty to look forward to then within the next 24 hours here in the Premier League. So we're about to get underway very, very soon then. I'm Matthew Rhodes, and I'll be describing the progress of the game for you wherever you're listening to for today's game. So Liverpool and Wolves both in their home strips, so Liverpool all in red, Wolves in their kind of gold/amber shirts and black shorts as Liverpool get us underway, and they'll be shooting from left to right as I see it, and Wolves shooting from right to left from my perspective, as we've already got a goal kick for Jose Sa, the Wolves captain, to take. So it looks as if, at the moment anyway, that we've got Wolves lining up in a 3-5-2 formation with Mane and Armstrong leading the Wolves attack line, and Liverpool fielding a 4-2-3-1 formation with Katike leading the line just ahead of Salah, Szoboszlai and Gakpo. So Wolves just in possession now. João Gomez with a nice long ball here, and Wolves can go further up this right flank, just about 10 yards away from the byline. Delivery comes in. It's not too bad, just goes over the head of Frimpong before it then comes off Wolfer last. And it will go out for a goal kick for Alisson to take. But that was a good counter-attacking there from Wolves early on in this game, very early on in this game. I think Frimpong pretty much had it covered there, but the final touch just came from Wolfer. And Alisson will now take the goal kick short here for the Reds. So now to Frimpong, to Konate, charge down, and it will be a throw-in to the visitors in a very defensive position on this right-hand side. 90 seconds into the game here. Of course, whenever we do get a break in play, we'll of course let you know what's happening in the other Premier League games and also any other games of note taking place tonight as well. In case you weren't aware, the Lionesses got their FIFA Women's World Cup qualification campaign underway today. They defeated Ukraine 6-1 in a neutral venue in Turkey. So the Lionesses there have got off to a very good start in their World Cup qualification group. Back here at Molineux, just another long ball here from Wolves. This time it'll just run straight into the gloves of Alisson, and he'll throw the ball out quickly. Now Van Dijk to Kirkish. Looking for support here. Now he goes over the halfway line, goes down, and the referee gives a foul here. Mane committing the foul. Just with a slight trip there on Kirkish, just putting him off balance. And that'll be a free kick for Liverpool, which they take short. Now to Frimpong on this right-hand side, back to Alisson. Now Van Dijk. We'll just take his time here. Of course, Van Dijk was one of the goal scorers in Liverpool's most recent game, which was a 5-2 home victory at Anfield over relegation-threatened West Ham United. So Liverpool coming up against another relegation-threatened team here. Now Liverpool pressing quickly. Nice little pass towards the edge of the 18-yard box from Frimpong. But Wolves have been able to win possession back in midfield through João Gomez. In the end, the ball goes out of play, and it'll be a throw-in for Liverpool, just about 5 yards behind the halfway line, just inside their own half here. But as we touched on before, it's obviously it's still been a very difficult season for Wolves, and barring a miracle, they are seemingly destined to go down this season into the Championship. But at least they have shown signs of improvement within the last few weeks. And they've improved really in general ever since Rob Edwards has taken over as the Wolves head coach. And it was an excellent victory against Aston Villa in their most recent game. But it looks as if it is going to be a case of too little too late for Wolves. But you never know. If they are going to stay up, more than likely they will need a win tonight. Liverpool just playing the ball out from the back here. Konate. Just with a quick 1-2 with McAllister. Now Frimpong, who's seen plenty of the ball so far. Back to Konate. Now a pass to his central defensive partner, Van Dijk. Takes the ball over the halfway line. Now to Gravenberch. Into the centre circle. Finds Konate. Now Frimpong. McAllister looking for a quick through ball. Charged down by the Wolves midfield. We'll run back out to Frimpong. And to Konate again. Liverpool with plenty of the possession early on here. Frimpong will just venture forwards, just about 10 yards over the halfway line. And to Ekatike, sitting in pretty deep there. Now getting back into his normal position. Gakpo. Van Dijk goes long here. In fact, very long. Tries to find Mo Salah on his own. Can't quite get the first touch that he wants, though. Salah goes down, but referee not interested in a penalty. And to be fair, I don't think anyone actually appealed for a penalty there, including Salah. Probably the right approach, though. If Salah just got his first touch right there, he would have been in. Would have just had the goalkeeper to beat, but just wasn't quite the connection that he wanted. And ended up going down. And closest to him there was Kreshy. Just managed to put Salah off before he could pull the trigger there. It's been a difficult season, hasn't it, for Mo Salah? Just doing the stats and the research ahead of this game. He's only scored 4 Premier League goals this season, very much unlike the Egyptian international in the Premier League. Let's see what impact he can have on this game, though, as Wolves now pick up the ball just in their central midfield with João Gomes. Under pressure, though, from McAllister. Now Liverpool will come up to the edge of the Wolves' 18-yard box here. It's a shot on target, but it's straight at Sa. Decent effort from Gakpo, but just didn't quite have the accuracy the Dutchman wanted. And it was just pretty much straight down the throat there of the skipper, Sa. Now Liverpool back in possession, though, in midfield. Gravenberch on the right of centre, about 35 yards away from the goal line. Gravenberch again. Now knocks the ball back to Konate. Plenty of Liverpool players pushing up forward here. Back to Konate. Again, Liverpool just dominating in terms of possession so far, as you probably would expect, really. Gravenberch goes down, but referee says no foul. Now Wolves will look to counter here. He's going to run through the middle. Now with Arne. Ball over the top. It actually takes a deflection of Milos Kerkez, and it's going to be a corner then to Wolves from the right flank. First corner of the game. And a possibility here for Wolves to do something from a set piece. Rob Edwards very much liked what he saw of that Wolves counter-attack. So it looks as if it's going to be Angel Gomes to take the corner then from this right-hand side as we move into the 9th minute of the game then. Still goalless between Wolves and Liverpool at Molineux Stadium. So corner comes in from Angel Gomes. Bit of pinball here. Mane tries to get onto the end of it. Ball is cleared away, but not too far from the Liverpool defence. But now a foul has been given. And it's going to be a free kick to Liverpool just outside the edge of their own 18-yard box. And that puts an end to that Wolves opportunity. Just a few questions. Whether there was an appeal, whether there was a handball from Alexi McAllister there inside his own penalty area. But looks as if it's come to nothing there. And the game continues. We'll just run through just what else is happening in our other games, because they have now reached half-time. So it is currently AFC Bournemouth 0, Brentford 0 at half-time. Everton 1-0 up at home against Burnley. And at half-time at Elland Road, it's Leeds United 0, Sunderland 0. So not too much in the way of goals, and it's still goalless here between Wolves and Liverpool. But now a throw-in. Volfer will take for Wolves, now into the centre of midfield, about 15 yards over the halfway line into Liverpool's own half here. He'll just be knocked up forward by Santiago Bueno. Now Liverpool have broken free. They're on the counter. They've broken free into the 18-yard box, and it's going to be a corner here for Liverpool. It was an attempted delivery from the left of centre from Kerkez. Comes off a Wolves defender last here. It comes off Doherty last. It's going to be a corner then for Liverpool, their first one to be taken from the left-hand side. And now what can Liverpool do here from the set piece? So it's going to be taken by Szoboszlai, the Hungarian international. Bit of pushing and shoving here between Gakpo and Andre. But there's something of nothing. Referee just having a word with them to try and cut that bit of nonsense out there. So we're just waiting for the delivery of the corner to come in. So Soberslide takes. Nicely drifted in there, but it will still be headed away by the Wolves back line. Ball comes out to McAllister. Now Frimpong. Gravenberch. Now to the right wing here with Salah. Back to Gravenberch. Salah again. Working nicely there with Ryan Gravenberch again. Now all the way back to Alisson. Good pressing there from the Wolves forward line. Just keeping Liverpool on their toes here. Kerkish. Van Dijk. Now with Soberslide. One ball at the top, but that's far too close to the goalkeeper. And that's easy for Jose Sa to collect. And still goalless then between Wolves and Liverpool as we now move into the 12th minute of the game. So not really much in the way of action so far. We've only had the one shot so far in this game. That went to Liverpool. Cody Gakpo's effort, but it was straight into the hands of Jose Sa, not really troubling him much at all. But in terms of possession, Liverpool have had 71% of the ball so far to Wolves' 29. But the Reds unable to find the breakthrough so far in this game. Throwing comes in from Liverpool, but Wolves are able to intercept pretty comfortably. And then Sa will just play the ball out from the back here. Now Wolves looking to play the ball out from the right-hand side of their defence. Just back to Doherty. He's got João Gomez in support. Back to Sa. João Gomez again. And we'll just run up about 10 yards here, now 15 yards. It's got some good space. That's a really good through ball, and now Wolves can attack on this right-hand side. Delivery comes in, but it's a poor delivery. That's a let-off there for Liverpool. Wolves got into a great position. It was a lovely pass from João Gomez. But not too sure what happened there. Delivery from the right flank. Got it all wrong. Sailed out. That's disappointing. I mean, it's certainly encouraging for Wolves, but disappointing that it ended the way it did there. Now back into the centre of midfield. Now with Andre to Armstrong. Delivery comes in again from the right-hand side. That's much better this time. Liverpool's defence are able to clear the ball away. They'll just run out for a throw. This will be taken by Krejci. In fact, he's just given the ball to another of his teammates here. I think Chachua still thinking about that opportunity where it was Chachua that got on the end of the through ball from João Gomez, but it was his delivery that went straight out of play when Wolves had a real chance there to cause the Liverpool defence some big problems. And the delivery is better than that if they are going to take 3 points here at Molineux Stadium. But Wolves back on the attack once more, and they're looking okay, they're looking comfortable, they're beginning to get to grips with the game as it progresses here. There's definitely a bit more about this Wolves side than what we saw in the first half of this Premier League campaign. Now to Armstrong, 25 yards out, pass to his right hand side, finds Mane. Now Chachua. What can he do here? Because he's had one very poor delivery. That was followed by a better one just about a minute or so afterwards. Goes for a short pass this time, but now Liverpool have intercepted. Now with Ekitike coming in from the left of centre. He's got into a central position. He could go for goal here. In the end, opts for a short pass. Frimpong goes for goal, but blasts the ball a long way over the bar. That's not troubling Jose Sa whatsoever. And Wolves withstand that latest attack there, but Ekitike breaking very quickly on the counter. He could have shot himself, decided to go for the short pass, and Frimpong, well, not a striker, but you would expect still for Frimpong to at least get the ball on target and force Jose Sa into action there, but the ball was ballooned over the bar, and it's currently still goalless between Wolves and Liverpool as we now move into the 16th minute of the game. We're just waiting for Sat to distribute the goal kick here. Just in terms of Liverpool's away record so far in the Premier League, 21 points picked up from their 14 away trips heading into this game. 6 wins, 3 draws and 5 defeats. Wolves at home, obviously it's been a very tough season, but both of their Premier League wins this season have come at Molineux. So it's 2 wins, 3 draws and 10 defeats from their 15 home games in the league coming into this game. But Wolves have given a pretty good account of themselves so far. And they've won a free kick that will be taken from the left flank. It's going to be taken by Angel Gomez. Still a long way from the goal line though, but it's going to be booted in towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Got plenty of distance to it there. Now Mane looking to win the ball back for Wolves, but Liverpool have intercepted. Now Frimpong can play a ball into Salah on this right-hand side. Salah cuts back, looking for his best option. Goes for a short pass, finds Szoboszlai. Quick 1-2, Szoboszlai again. Now to McAllister, goal for goal here, 25 yards out. Not many Wolves players around him. Goes for a short pass, doesn't quite work out. Mane to Angel Gomez. Now with João Gomez. And they'll just run back out to Jose Sa. And he throws the ball out quickly. And Wolves looking to play the ball out from the left-hand side of defence. Now to Angel Gomez. Back into the centre of midfield. Angel Gomez again. Just looking for his best option here. Now Andre. Mane just sitting in a little bit deep on the centre circle. Mane is certainly very much impressed within the last few weeks with his performances for Wolves. And we've just seen Andre go down there with a late trip. And it's going to be a free kick for Wolves. Just on the outskirts of the centre circle in their own half. Trip came in there from Gravenberch. So into the 18th minute of the game. Still goalless then between Wolves and Liverpool. Now Wolves will just play the ball out from the back here to the right hand side. Finds Angel Gomez. Goes down. It's another trip there from Gravenberch. Just got to be careful here not to commit persistent fouling. Otherwise the yellow card will come out sooner rather than later. But in terms of the stats then, Wolves still without an actual shot yet. Liverpool with 2 shots, just the 1 on target. So still not been a game exactly littered with clear-cut chances. As we've now just got a big round of applause from everyone in the stadium. And this is in tribute to Diogo Jota, who tragically passed away, of course, former Liverpool and Wolverhampton Wanderers player, and Rob Edwards, the Wolves head coach, joining in with the applause as well. It's still hard to comprehend that Diogo Jota is no longer with us after his tragic accident, and there is a huge round of applause as the game continues here in the 20th minute as we now go into from both sets of fans. Incredible gesture there for an incredible player and an incredible person who is very, very sadly missed. Liverpool just moving the ball back up to Ibrahima Konate. Long ball up the top there, trying to find ahead of Ekitike, and goalkeeper Jose Sa just making a little bit of a meal of it there, but manages to reclaim the ball at the second attempt. Throws out quickly. Mane. Now up to the centre of midfield with Andre. Long ball up top. Liverpool deal with that. Now Gravenberch. Back into the centre of midfield. Now Gravenberch on the right hand side. Konate. Now Alisson. And, well, I think you'd still say Liverpool have been the better side so far, but there's not been too much in it, and Wolves got a good shape about them. Wolves have looked pretty quick when they have gone on the counter. They've just not been able to create a proper chance as of yet. But you know, if Liverpool are going to take the 3 points, and of course they will be regarded as the favourites. It's going to be hard work for them here. Wolves certainly defending better so far than what West Ham did in Liverpool's most recent game. West Ham really let down by their defence, because attacking-wise they were actually quite good, but their defending at times was absolutely abysmal, and that's why they're in the relegation threatened position that they're in, as well as Wolves. Now the hosts here looking to play the ball out from the back. It's 2-0 here, will just be collected by Virgil van Dijk. Now to Frimpong, just going over the halfway line. Long ball up top again here, just seeing a bit more direct play here from Liverpool, but Wolves' defence still equal to it at the moment. Doherty, long ball up top again. In fact, Wolves are playing a little bit more direct now as well. And possession being gifted from both sides to one another here. Salah, and again loses the ball straight away. It actually comes off the back there of Angel Gomez. Just getting a bit scrappy here, but Wolves will be satisfied with how the game's going so far. Now they've won a free kick, and it's Gravenberch again, and he now sees the yellow card. Well, I said about 5 minutes ago, he just needs to be careful with his persistent fouling, otherwise the yellow card will come out sooner rather than later. That is exactly what's happened. He's gone in with the lunge, it's mistimed, it stops the Wolves counter-attack in its tracks, takes João Gomez down, and Arne Slot really not happy with the decision from the referee, but personally I don't think he can really have too many complaints. Gravenberch had been warned. That was a mistimed lunge, and I think the referee, Thomas Bramall, had no other option really than to show the booking there. So first booking of the game then has gone to Ryan Gravenberch, as Liverpool now play the ball out from the back here to Frimpong, just about 10 yards over the halfway line. Kanate, about 10 yards behind the halfway line, looking to move the ball up to McAllister. Ekitike just sitting in a little deep here, now plays in Kerkish on this left hand side. Ekitike again into the midfield. Gravenberch just getting in the way there, manages to set up Szoboszlai. Now Frimpong on the right hand side. This is better from Liverpool. Szoboszlai just loses the ball at a key moment there. Wolves just with plenty of players back. They've lost the ball again though. Mo Salah looking to play the ball in left, but his attempted pass is cut out by the Wolves back line, and then the hosts are able to just scramble the ball away there, just get it anywhere they can. Now we've got a stoppage here as Angel Gomez has gone down with an injury here. It was a robust challenge, shall we say, that came in from Alexi McAllister that brought Angel Gomez down. Nothing was given by the referee at the time, and Angel Gomez just being treated now by the Wolves physios. So whilst he's down, we'll just run through what else is happening elsewhere. So no change in the other 3 Premier League games, which have now got into the second half, because these games kicked off 45 minutes earlier than this one here between Wolves and Liverpool. So still currently goalless between AFC Bournemouth and Brentford. Still Everton 1, Burnley 0, and still goalless between Leeds United and Sunderland. It's also goalless at half-time between Port Vale and Bristol City in the FA Cup, while in the Scottish Premiership at half-time there it's currently 1-0 to Dundee United at home against St Mirren. And Angel Gomez here just going off the pitch, but he is doing so of his own accord, and he looks as if he is going to be fine to continue, but because he got treated by the physios, he will need to leave the field of play before he can return here. Just a reminder that the FIFA Women's World Cup European qualifying section gets underway tonight. There's a very interesting latest score as well. The Republic of Ireland is currently leading France 1-0 3 minutes into the second half. So still a long way to go there, but that would be, well, an incredible victory for the Republic of Ireland if they could beat France in that World Cup qualifier there. So we'll keep tracks of that one. But the game has now got back underway here at Molineux. Wolves looking to play the ball out from the back, but Soboslai is able to intercept midway down Wolves' own half. Now plays the ball up to Salah. Angel Gomez still waiting to come back on here, so Wolves are still a man down at the moment. Liverpool there with Kerkish on the left-hand side. Gravenberch, Van Dijk. Liverpool have committed several players forward here. Konate. Now with Salah, he's got Frimpong overlapping him. Salah cuts back into the centre of midfield. McAllister. Now Soboslai. Receives the ball from Salah. Van Dijk. Even Van Dijk and Konate are pretty high up the Wolves half here. Gakpo on the left-hand side. Doesn't see too much of the ball at the moment. Looking to tee up Gravenberch, but good Wolves defending. And now they can go on the counter. In fact, well, the referee wanted to play advantage, but then it wasn't going to work out. So he's done well there. And he's given Wolves a free kick. Well inside their own half here. As we just wait for the free kick to be taken. Just in terms of the live standings then, in terms of the Premier League table. So if it was to stay goalless, and of course if the other 3 Premier League games stay the way they are, then Liverpool would remain in 5th place. But if they can grab a victory in this game, they would move into the top 4, because they would end up leapfrogging Aston Villa, who are really out of form at the moment on goal difference, if Liverpool can get a win here tonight. So plenty at stake here for the Reds, so a win would see them move up into 4th position. A win for Wolves, if they can pull that off, would see them move to within 10 points of safety. Still a long, arduous task for Wolves, but you never know. It would just be 8 league games to go for Rob Edwards' side after this one, but let's see what they can do here. Sorry, my apologies. If they were to win, there'd be 11 points from safety, sorry, rather than 10. But yeah, it's still going to be a very, very hard task, but it's still not over just yet for Rob Edwards' team. Game continues here then. Konate to Frimpong. Out to the right wing. Salah looking to play the ball in towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Falls to Ekitike. Goes for goal, but it's a scuffed effort, and it's cleared away by the Wolves defence straight away. Now the ball has fallen into the path of Kerkish. That's a nice delivery there from the left flank, headed away by the Wolves defence. Frimpong collects the ball just before it goes over the touchline. Quick pass to Salah, and comes off Angel Gomez last, and it'll be a corner then for Liverpool on their right-hand side here. And it's going to be Mo Salah to take. Salah to take the corner kick here from Liverpool's right-hand side, as the Reds look to try and find a breakthrough here in what's been a tough game so far for them. It's a well-equipped and well-organised Wolves side that have definitely got more about them than what they ever showed in the first half of this Premier League campaign. The corner comes in then from Salah. Just comes off the head of Wolfer, I think, last, but Wolfer will just be able to clear the ball away before it can go out for a corner. And in the end, it's now going to be a throw for Liverpool. Now with Soboslai, plays the ball further down Liverpool's left-hand side, finds Gakpo. Soboslai again. Ball's having to sit quite deep at the moment. We now reach the half-hour mark in this game here. Still goalless. And still not much in the way of clear-cut chances in this game. Wolves still without an actual shot yet. Liverpool with 3 shots, but just the 1 on target. But none of them really have come close to giving Liverpool the lead here. Now Liverpool playing the ball out from the back. Soboslai actually the last person back on the halfway line. Almost 11 men behind the ball at the moment for the hosts, as Frimpong looks to go past Chachua. Now Chachua just receiving some much needed support there from João Gomes, and he can just clear the ball away. It'll just go back to Liverpool's defence. Now all the way back to Alisson, who's about 35 yards off his goal line. Now we'll play the ball up to Kirkish, just on the halfway line. Now receives support here from McAllister. That's Liverpool's left-hand side. We're about 15 yards over the halfway line into the Wolves half. Inate plays the ball further forward here for Szoboszlai. Now plays the ball into Salah. Salah trying to find enough space so he can get the shot in, but unable to do so. Good Wolves defending here. They try and go on the counter quickly, but they play the ball out a little bit too quickly for Angel Gomes to be able to do anything there. Can't latch onto it, and the ball will just go out to Liverpool's defence. But just purely from Wolves' perspective, I think João Gomes is having a very, very good game at the moment for Wolves. Liverpool on their next attack here. Cody Gakpo on the left flank, cuts in onto his right hand side, spreads a delivery in, tries to find Ugo Ekitike. Can't get on the end of it though. And it's going to be a goal kick for Sa to take. Still no other changes elsewhere in the other Premier League games. We just wait for the goal kick to be taken here. Now it comes in. Good to play the ball up top, trying to find Mane. Gakpo takes the ball off him though. Now to Szoboszlai, he's about 30 yards away from goal. Spreads the ball to the right hand side, finds Frimpong, and his delivery comes off the head of a Wolves defender there. In fact, it comes off João Gomes, who's everywhere at the moment for the host, so it's going to be a throw for Liverpool. Frimpong to take, about 15 yards away from the corner quadrant on this right hand side, but Wolves are able to take the ball off him. That man again, João Gomes, arguably the man of the match so far for either team. Now Wolves just stringing a few passes together with Andre as well. Now to the right hand side with Chachua. Andre just inside the centre circle. Angel Gomes. Now back to Doherty. Coming up to the 34th minute here, still goalless between Wolves and Liverpool. So whilst Wolves still haven't actually had a shot yet, I think they'll still be pretty happy, fairly satisfied with how the game's gone so far. Low delivery into the Liverpool box, but that's cleared away by the Liverpool back line. It'll come back out though to João Gomes. Now Chachua on the right wing, takes on his man, goes past Kirkish, cuts inside here, just forced to backtrack a little bit. Now a delivery comes in from the right hand side, but it goes straight to the gloves of Alisson, and he throws the ball out very, very quickly indeed, trying to find Salah, but he just loses out there to Santiago Bueno. Now Wolves can start from scratch then from their defence. Doherty, quick 1-2 with Chachua. Now Santiago Bueno passes to his left hand side, finds Krejci. Now Sa, Andre, Santiago Bueno to Doherty. Oh, and that's a poor pass though. Ekitike looking to play, make advantage of that, but again he loses the ball as well at a critical moment in the Wolves defence. But the Wolves goalkeeper there, Jose Sa, just blasts the ball as far up the field as possible there. Now Salah with a long ball up top, and again Jose Sa blasts the ball out the second time within 10 seconds as far as he can up the pitch. Just getting a little bit scrappy again, the gameplay. Liverpool just struggling to find a proper rhythm to their play at the moment here. Now they've got the ball just on the edge of the 18-yard box. Kirkish puts inside onto his right foot, but forced to backtrack a little bit here. Back to McAllister, now Van Dijk. Szoboszlai will go for goal from around 35 yards out. That was ambitious to say the least. It was on target, but an easy save though for Saturday. The Wolves looking to try and play a long ball for Adam Armstrong to latch onto. Doesn't really see much of the ball at all. Anytime he's got close to the ball, he just seems to have 3 or 4 players in red around him here. At the moment, it's been pretty decent for Wolves. I can tell you, by the way, there's been another goal at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, and Everton have doubled their lead, so that's a good scoreline for Wolves. Everton 2-0 up now at home against Burnley. Those goals have come from Tarkowski and just now from Dewsbury Hall. So Tarkowski and Dewsbury Hall with Everton's 2 goals there. Still goalless between AFC Bournemouth and Brentford, and goalless between Leeds United and Sunderland as well. We're still waiting for the breakthrough to be made here at Molineux Stadium. Still Wolves 0, Liverpool 0. McAllister to Sobersley. It's the Liverpool defence. Van Dijk. Now Frimpong about 15 yards over the halfway line into the Wolves half, linking up nicely with Salah. Salah cuts in from the right flank into the centre. Konate. Van Dijk. Now Kerkish. Liverpool were able to enjoy plenty of possession on the ball, but just unable to penetrate this Wolves defence. Liverpool have had 59% possession so far since the opening whistle. Now Ekitike can't quite keep the ball in play. That'll be a goal kick for Jose Sarr to take. So Wolves still without a shot. Liverpool have had 4 shots, 2 on target, but still only generated an XG of 0.12. It just shows how unlikely those opportunities would have been to actually contributing to a goal here. And at the moment, just the 1 yellow card so far in this game. It went to Ryan Gravenberch for persistent fouling more than anything. And the referee dished out the yellow card after a cynical mistimed lunge stopped the Wolves' counter-attack in its tracks. Just a reminder of who both teams have on offer from the bench. So for Wolves, they've got Arokadari, Bellegarde, Hugo Bueno, Lima, Totti Gomez, Hwang Hee-chan, Johnston, Rodrigo Gomes and Gerson Mosquera. Whereas on the bench for Liverpool tonight, they've got Chiesa, Gomez, Jones, Mamadashvili, Morrison, Engamoa, Nioni, Ramsey and Robertson. Now a free kick for Liverpool, just in their defence, just on the left of centre here. As we now move into the 39th minute of the game. Seeing exactly how that's happened there. I think Rob Edwards will be pretty pleased with what he's seen so far, but Liverpool have been able to move the ball up the right flank. I think we might be about to see a yellow card come out here, possibly for Andre for Wolves. After Frimpong was brought down, on the slot shaking his head. I think it's more because Andre has not actually been shown a yellow card. I think Slot was thinking that Andre should be given a yellow for that challenge after Frimpong went down. There's going to be a free kick then for Liverpool in a decent position here. About 35 yards away from the goal line, but it's an opportunity to whip the ball in from the right of centre into a good area inside the 18-yard box. And it's going to be Sobersley to take for Liverpool. Excellent set-piece taker, Hungarian international. Sobersley whips the ball in then with plenty of pace. Ends up going out of play, and looks as if it came off McAllister last. Not happy with the decision. But despite his protests, it's going to be a goal kick for Wolves to take. And we're now moving towards the latter stages then of this first half. And still no closer to finding a breakthrough between these two sides here. Still goalless then between Wolves and Liverpool, as we now get closer towards the 41st minute. I can tell you there's been a goal at Elland Road, big goal, and it's Leeds United who have taken the lead there. Roden with the goal there in the 64th minute. So Joe Roden with the goal, Stach with the assist, and Leeds have gone 1-0 up at home against Sunderland. So could be a big goal there for Leeds United. And it looks as if actually that opportunity, I think, may well have just been disallowed by VAR from what I've been told here. So Leeds thought they'd taken the lead, but I think that might have just been cancelled out by VAR. So we'll come back to that one when we can. At the moment here, though, Liverpool on the next break here. Kerkez to Gakpo on this left wing. Will keep on this left-hand side. Gets the delivery in. Comes off a Wolves player last. And it will be a corner kick for Liverpool on this left-hand side. And it's going to be Szoboszlai to take from this left flank here. Plenty of Liverpool bodies in the box. We've got Van Dijk into the 18-yard box. Konate is in there as well. So both centre-halves in and around where the goal line is. In fact, it's very congested here, right in front of Jose Saz. The corner kick comes in, but that's easy for the Wolves' number 9, Armstrong, to head the ball away. Ball is collected by Frimpong. Now to Gravenberch, just on the outskirts of the centre circle. We're closing down though from Wolves, forced to go all the way back to Alisson. Long kick distributed down the left-hand side. Now Szoboszlai slides the ball over to the right-hand side, finds Frimpong, being closely marked though. And Frimpong just plays the ball back to Konate, but every Liverpool outfield player inside the Wolves half here. And for Wolves, it will just be very important that they at least take this game to half-time with the scoreline at least at 0-0. And Liverpool, I think, have just actually played the ball out here. Oh no, it's come off a Wolves player last. Could only have just gone out of play, so it's a very quick throw taken by Gakpo. Now Van Dijk back to Konate. Good pressing again from Wolves, and Liverpool just back towards the half line here. 2.5 minutes to go then before we find out how much stoppage time we're going to get here in this late kick-off tonight in the Premier League. Liverpool continue to go on the break here. Gakpo cuts inside onto his right foot, goes for goal, takes a big deflection, and the ball is steered wide, but it will be another corner here for Liverpool. This time it will be taken from the right flank, and it's going to be Salah to take here. Can Liverpool find some joy from a set piece just before we reach the interval? Just to let you know, it is still goalless between Leeds United and Sunderland, so Leeds thought they'd scored, but it's been cancelled from a VAR ruling there, so still goalless there at Elland Road. Corner comes in, put out by the Wolves defence straight away. Must be said, the corners that have come in this game have been pretty low in terms of quality. Liverpool certainly found a lot of set-piece joy in their most recent game at home against West Ham United, where they won 5-2, but not to be found so far here at Molineux Stadium. Just over a minute to go then before we find out how much stoppage time we're going to get here. Kerkez now to Van Dijk. Konate again, every Liverpool outfield player well inside Wolves half. Frimpong just gets out of the way. Ball arrives at the feet of Salah. Back to Frimpong. Short ball to Salah. Puts inside onto his left foot. That's a nice ball there from the Egyptian international. Now just towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Looking to be collected here by Gakpo. Just gets ahead of Wolfer. Gakpo still with the ball here. Time running out if they're going to take the lead before the interval. Konate is about 35 yards away from the goal line. Wolves having to really defend deep here. Delivery comes in from the right-hand side, and Sash should deal with it. In the end, punches the ball away, and it goes, well, should be out for a corner, but I think the referee has actually ruled that Jose Sá was fouled, bumped into by Ekitike, and so I think it's actually going to be a free kick for Wolves inside their own 18-yard box. Rob Edwards very animated, still getting the instructions out here. So we're going to have 2 minutes of stoppage time then, before we go into the interval. And it's still goalless between Wolves and Liverpool here. And just a reminder, if Liverpool can get a win, then they would move up into 4th position, leapfrogging Aston Villa on goal difference. Now, there has been a goal at Elland Road, well, subject to VAR, of course, but it's now Sunderland that have taken the lead. Diarra scoring with a penalty in the 70th minute. So Leeds thought they'd gone ahead. It's now Leeds 0, Sunderland 1. So a converted penalty from Diarra has made it 1-0 to Sunderland there with around 20 minutes to go. So just over a minute to go here then at Molineux. Throw in for Liverpool. Frimpong takes, looking to find Gravenberch, who's on a booking. Angel Gomez trying to get ahead of his man, just getting scrappy here, just in front of the dugout area where Arne Slot is. João Gomez thinks it really should be a throw-in for Wolves, but that's not gone the way he wants. Liverpool take the throw, straight to Alisson. So less than a minute to go then. Time for maybe just one more chance of a goal before we reach the interval. Kanate to Frimpong. Long ball up the top now from the Reds. Wolves' defence should deal with it, and they do. Now into the centre of midfield. To the left-hand side to Angel Gomez. Ball ricochets off McAllister. And just a few seconds to go then before we'll hear the referee's whistle blown. It's going to be Volfer to take. We're now into the 2nd minute of stoppage time. Throw comes in, and there goes the half-time whistle from the referee Thomas Bramall. So that's it then for our first half coverage. Thank you for listening. Of course, we'll take a break now of around 10 to 12 minutes, but don't go anywhere. We will be back just before the start of the second half here. But at half-time at Molineux Stadium in the Premier League, it's currently goalless. It's Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Rob Edwards has made for Wolves, so it will just be that one change then, as we look and wait and see if we're going to see the breakthrough in this game. So just confirmation then, Curtis Jones has come on for Ryan Gravenberch, and it's the only change here in this game so far. So it's going to be Wolves to get us underway. Both teams in their home strips, so Wolves in their amber/gold shirts and black shorts, and Liverpool all in red, as Wolves get the second half kicked off and underway. And they'll be shooting from left to right, and Liverpool shooting from right to left as I see it here. So we are now underway for this second half, and remains to be seen whether the breakthrough can be broken. I think it's fair to say it wasn't a classic of a first half. Very few chances. I don't think Wolves actually registered a single shot in the first half, but Liverpool also didn't really create many chances for themselves either. The two shots that they had on target were pretty comfortable saves for Sa to make. So not a classic, but hopefully we can see a much more entertaining second half, just purely as a neutral here. And let's see how this second half goes. So currently Wolves 0, Liverpool 0. A win for Liverpool would see them move up into 4th place. They would leapfrog Aston Villa on goal difference. And a win for Wolves would keep their hopes of surviving relegation just alive, just. So it's still going to be very, very difficult for them to avoid the drop, but strange things can happen, and they have certainly improved within the last few weeks here. They're looking to actually register 2 Premier League wins on the bounce after they defeated Aston Villa 2-0 at Molineux Stadium in their most recent game. Armstrong just pressuring Konate there, just towards Liverpool's own corner quadrant, and in the end the referee gives a free kick for persistent pushing. The man in the middle for tonight's game is Thomas Bramall, and Liverpool take the free kick quickly then to Gakpo on his left hand side. Now Jones moves on in place of Gravenberch. Quick 1-2 with Van Dijk. Jones again, back to Van Dijk in the centre of Liverpool's defence. Now Kerkish just on the left of centre. Just taking his time here. Now Liverpool move the ball out onto the right hand side. Frimpong finding Salah. Now McAllister. Salah on this right hand side, well inside Wolves' own half, gets the delivery in, manages to evade so many players before Gakpo gets on the end of it. He delivers the ball into the box. That's a great punch there from Jose Sa. Got plenty on that. Falls to Konate, but a long way away from the goal line. So Liverpool back in possession, but only with their defence here. I'll just be able to give you some of the updates elsewhere in the Premier League, by the way, as there's 3 other games that are now into stoppage time there. Back here though at Molineux Stadium, Liverpool looking to make the breakthrough early on in this second half here. Van Dijk plays the ball out to the left hand side, finds Gakpo well inside the Wolves half, looking to cut in onto his right foot. He could go for goal here, and he does, but it's blocked straight away. And the ball will fall into the path of Konate again. He's the last outfield player back once more for the Reds. Salah aims the ball into the 18-yard box, looking to find Ekitike on the end of it, but Wolves are able to withstand the pressure once more, and it's Andre who takes the ball out here. Now plays the ball back to the Wolves 3-man defence with Krejci. Liverpool regain possession once more though. Szoboszlai plays the ball out quickly to the right hand side. Salah plays in Frimpong. Frimpong with the delivery. Now it comes off a Wolves player. It'll go out for a corner. Salah has appealed for a handball, as has Frimpong. So I'm sure VAR will check that. Let's have a look at the first replay here though. So Frimpong with the delivery. It comes off the elbow of Krejci. Yeah, definitely comes off the elbow, but there's nowhere else surely that he can put his arm. It's tucked in, so I really can't see that decision being reversed, surely. So this should just remain as a corner, and it will be. So VAR have already checked it, and it's definitely not a penalty. So it will just be a corner here for Liverpool. So it's going to be Mo Salah to take. Salah then in swinging corner. Ekitike gets on the end of it here. The ball bounces just in front of the goal line. It then comes back into the 18-yard box before the Wolves defence are able to scramble the ball away. Goodness me, that was very, very close. That's the closest we've come to seeing the deadlock broken. It was a good corner that came in from Salah. Then took a glancing header. The ball went right up towards the goal line before, after a bit of a scramble, Wolves were able to get the ball out of their own area. Need to see a replay of that, of who got the that glancing header that made sure that the ball went so close to going over the line, because someone must have made a crucial intervention as well. But Wolves are able to withstand that latest pressure, but they're having to defend further and further back here. Szoboszlai just plays the ball back to Alisson. Still yet to see a replay then of that incident, but that's certainly the closest we've come to seeing the deadlock being broken. And at the moment, if anyone is going to score here tonight, then Liverpool certainly look the more likely. Van Dijk takes the ball 15 yards over the halfway line. Finds Gakpo on the left-hand side. Links up with Kirkic, and that's a high foot there from a Wolves player. And that just catches Kirkic on the side of the head there. It was Mane with the high foot. Might end up getting a booking here as well. So it was Ekitike with a glancing header, and Curtis Jones somehow, from only about 2 yards out, he ended up, was it actually, I think a Wolves player just manages to clear the ball, and then it actually ricochets off the crossbar as well. It happened all so quickly, didn't even notice that the ball had actually just rattled off the bar as well there. But Curtis Jones seemingly just needed to nod the ball in from 2 yards out, but a Wolves player managed to get a foot in from somewhere to just clear the ball away from the line. Then the ball ended up hitting the bar before the Wolves defence could scramble the ball away. Now we've finally got this free kick to come in from Liverpool. The delivery comes in, but it's punched away by the goalkeeper. Then Dominic Szoboszlai with a vicious effort there from 30 yards out. That's blocked straight away by the Wolves back line. Possession back in Liverpool's favour. McAllister tries to play the ball to Van Dijk, actually, who's very far up the pitch here. Jones just plays the ball back to the Liverpool defence, now with Kirkic. Liverpool with 4 more subs that they can make. Wolves with still a full allotment of 5. McAllister plays the ball out right to Frimpong. Konate, about 10 yards over the halfway line, back to Frimpong. Liverpool finding a lot of joy on this right-hand side here and beginning to open up more gaps into this Wolves defence. Liverpool with Salah, but Salah, before he's able to get the shot in, that's a very good block that's come in there from the Wolves defence. And then the number 6, Volfer, is able to clear the ball away. And then just as Liverpool look to go on the next attack, the assistant referee's flag is raised, and that's because of an offside there from Frimpong. But Liverpool have certainly started this second half in a lively fashion, and they keep knocking on the door now to take the lead. But Wolves' rearguard action is standing strong. I think actually Gakpo gets in the way of Curtis Jones with that big chance there for Liverpool. So it actually looks like Curtis Jones is about to chest the ball in from 2 yards out. But Cody Gakpo, I think it is, actually leaves his foot out. He gets on the end of it, and from his effort there, from only about 2 yards out, the ball ends up just glancing off the bar before the Wolves defence is actually able to clear the ball away. So Liverpool coming desperately close there to taking the lead about 5 minutes ago, with easily the best chance of the game, but somehow it doesn't go in. It could only hit the bar, and it's still goalless then between Wolves and Liverpool. Now, our earlier games One of those has now come to an end, so it's finished goalless between AFC Bournemouth and Brentford. So that's finished goalless there. It's still going in the other two games, where it's still currently Everton 2, Burnley 0, and it's still Leeds United 0, Sunderland 1. That's currently in the 8th minutes of stoppage time there in both of those games, so they'll be coming to an end very, very soon. Back here at Molineux, Katike just gets onto the ball here, plays the ball into Frimpong on the overlap as he just goes into the box on the right hand side. Ball comes off the Wolves player last. Looks as if it came off Ladislav Krejci, and it's going to be a corner to the visitors from the right hand side. So again, plenty of pressure coming in from Liverpool here, but it's still goalless. In terms of possession, by the way, in the last 5 minutes, Wolves with just 17% of the ball to Liverpool's 83. It tells you its own story, but still, Wolves defence holding strong. Corner comes in from Salah, easily headed away though by the Wolves player at the near post. We'll certainly take those deliveries all night long. So throwing comes in then from the visitors. Szoboszlai to Van Dijk. Now goes over the halfway line as Liverpool go on their next attack here. Kerkez is getting ahead of Mane. Plays the ball in from the left hand side. Takes a deflection. And Sa is able to scoop the ball up very comfortably indeed. Looks as if we're about to see a couple of Wolves changes sooner rather than later. Liverpool just with possession inside their own half. Szoboszlai will go long, takes a deflection, and that will just actually run out to Krejci. Attempted through ball, doesn't find anyone. Looking to find Andre, I think, there, but to no avail. Ekitike just sitting in deep there for Liverpool. Now Salah plays in Frimpong on the right hand side. It's a good delivery from Frimpong, but Sa does well to win the race for that delivery. Just gets ahead of Gakpo, and you can tell the urgency levels have certainly gone up here, and it is just seeing a more stretched game. We're also seeing this Wolves defence come under significant amounts of pressure now, but it is still goalless between Wolves and Liverpool here. The hosts now just playing the ball out from the back. Wolves actually had the ball there just inside Liverpool's half. That's barely happened in this second half, but Chachua then couldn't keep the ball in play, so it's going to be a throw-in for Liverpool. Now we're going to see a triple Wolves change here, so we should be getting confirmation of those very shortly. I think we're just going to wait until the ball next goes out of play, but we're about to see a triple change from Rob Edwards for his Wolves side. So that's his first roll of the dice in terms of changes here as they look to try and claim a victory. Keep their very faint hopes of surviving from relegation alive here, just to give them a lifeline. Gakpo, well inside the Wolves half, into the centre of play. Szoboszlai now to Frimpong, just comes towards the edge of the 18-yard box. It's just getting a little bit scrappy again, and the referee will actually give a free kick now to Wolves. Salah with a trip there on the Wolves number 8, João Gomes, who's been, I'd say, certainly been Wolves' best player on the pitch. In the first half, I think he was the best player on the pitch for either team. He's not been quite as influential, though, since the restart, but we are now going to see this Wolves triple change here. So let's try and get confirmation as to who's coming on and who's coming off then. So it looks as if Matt Doherty is one of the players coming off. Number 9, Adam Armstrong, looks to be going off as well. So Armstrong, Doherty and Angel Gomez has been substituted, and Arokadari, Mosquera and Bellegarde have come on. So there's your triple change then for Wolves. So just confirmation then, Adam Armstrong has gone off. He's been replaced by Tolu Arokadari. Matt Doherty has gone off. He's been replaced by Gerson Mosquera, and Angel Gomez has been substituted as well, and he's been replaced by Jean Rickner Bellegarde. So that's the triple change made there then from Wolves. Liverpool have still 4 more substitutions that head coach Arne Slot has made. So still available to come on for Liverpool. They've still got Chiesa, Joe Gomez, Mamadashvili, Morrison, Engamoa, Nioni, Ramsey and Robertson available to them here. Now we've just got a slight coming together. Frimpong has just ran into a Wolves player there, into Krejci, and it's going to be a free kick to Wolves because Krejci definitely won the ball there, but Frimpong's momentum just couldn't stop himself. And so it's going to be a free kick to Wolves well inside their own half. In fact, it's inside their own 18-yard box here. So Wolves certainly the happier of the two teams at this moment in time, as we await Jose Sa to take the free kick. I'll tell you, it is now full time, so it's finished at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. So Everton have won there, so it's Everton 2, Burnley 0. It still looks as if the game at Elland Road hasn't finished yet. From what I can see, we're in the 14th minute of stoppage time there. So it's Leeds 0, Sunderland 1. And it looks as if that has now finally come to an end. So it's a vital away win there for Sunderland. They've not had a good away record this season in the Premier League, and they've got a win there at Elland Road. And that was a converted penalty from Diarra. That's won the game there for the Black Cats. Back here at Molineux Stadium, Liverpool then start right from scratch here. Alisson up to Van Dijk. On ball up the top. And we'll just go back to Sa. Mosquera just heading the ball back there. Now Wolves just bringing the ball up to the halfway line, looking to play in Andre in the middle of play, but he can't keep the ball. And now Ekitike tries to get on the end of play here, but now he's had the ball taken from him. He's suddenly getting a lot more stretched now as Wolves looking to play the ball into the middle of play here with the number 27, Jean Rickner Bellegarde, who's just come on for the hosts. But now Wolves have lost possession, and just as Liverpool are about to break here, McAllister slips, and it just allows Mane an opportunity to get the ball off him. And then in the end it was 2-on-1, and Andre is able to recover the ball. I think Liverpool were expecting a foul to be given, but nothing has been given from the ref, so it's play on. Now Wolves can go on a rare attack here in the second half. Ball just falls back to the Wolves midfield, but Liverpool are able to deal with it. Now Gakpo can start a Liverpool attack on the counter here. Ekitike goes down this left-hand side. Being tightly marked though, but Ekitike goes past him on the left-hand side, and it's just cleared away by a Wolves defender there before Jose Sa can just get on the end of it. And it was the number 37, Ladislav Krejci, that was in the right place at the right time. He actually did well not to turn the ball into his own net there. And you've seen that happen in that position plenty of times. He did well, that was good defending there. So we're into the 64th minute, still goalless then between Wolves and Liverpool. Just a reminder that there's plenty of Premier League games to come tomorrow evening. So we've got Aston Villa versus Chelsea, Brighton and Hove Albion against Arsenal, Fulham versus West Ham United, Manchester City at home against Nottingham Forest, and in the later kickoff at 8:15 p.m, Newcastle United at home against Manchester United. Also a big game in the Scottish Premiership tomorrow night as well, when Aberdeen host Celtic. We've got a slight break in play here at Molineux Stadium as we just look again at that excellent clearance there from Ladislav Krejci. And we're going to see some changes now from Arne Slot. Have a look here. Cody Gakpo is one of the players coming off, so I think we're about to see a double change here for Liverpool. Let's see who's come off here. So Gakpo and Kerkez have come off. and they've been replaced by Andy Robertson and Rio Engamoa. So a double change there for Liverpool. And let's see what impact those substitutions can have. Engamoa already on the ball. Best of attempted passes though, down this left-hand side. We've got a second bite of the cherry. Falls to Engamoa again. Knocks the ball back to Jones, who came on earlier on as a substitute right at the start of the second half. Jones back to Van Dijk. Every single Liverpool outfield player well inside the Wolves half here. Engamoa just takes the ball just towards the edge of the 18-yard box, and he's done well to win a corner there. The ball came off Andre last. So Engamoa, only within a minute of coming on, has certainly been very lively. He's seen lots of the ball on that left-hand side and has won his team corner. So an instant impact made there by Rio Engamoa. Now the corner's played short. Will now come to McAllister. Spreads the ball towards the right-hand side. The ball goes a long, long way over the bar there. It was an ambitious effort from Mohamed Salah. Goes a long way over the bar. As we now move into the 66th minutes of the game. We're still looking for the first goal of the night here at Molineux Stadium. Just look again at that Salah effort. I think he had better options. Again, as we touched on before, only 4 Premier League goals this season for Salah. It's certainly not up to his usual standards. Just have a quick look at the match stats as and when we can, just whenever we get a next break here. We've just got one as we're waiting for a throw-in to be taken by Wolves. I'm still waiting for this throw-in to actually come in. Looks as if Joe Gomez is warming up as well for Liverpool, so he may be coming on sooner rather than later. But remarkably, Wolves have still actually not registered a single shot yet in this game. Liverpool have registered 12. And Liverpool going on their next attack here. Frimpong plays the ball out to Salah on the right-hand side. Now McAllister tries to go round his opponent here, but Wolves' defence is still able to clear the ball away. Ball ricochets off Jones last, I think, after Krejci looks to clear the ball away. Because it was Krejci that was man-marking McAllister. Oh, he does really well there, Krejci. Really, really well. He's had a good game for Wolves. He's had a big job on his hands, and he's passed every test with flying colours so far. There's a defensive throw-in then for Wolves. Liverpool think they're about to break on the counter, but it's called back for a foul. And Wolves are about, getting ready to bring another player on rather than later here. Looks as if Rodrigo Gomes is going to come on here for Wolves within the next 2 or 3 minutes or so. Mosquera plays the ball out from the back here, looking to find Jean-Luc Bellegarde. And Wolves just needs a bit more time on the ball here, because they've barely seen the ball in the second half. But they can go on this counter. Mane goes past Kanate. Mane still on the ball on this left-hand side. He's looking for support, making that very clear there. He needs more support, and now he's got it. Wolves just able to have a bit more time on the ball. Mosquera, good Liverpool pressing though. He's forced to go back to Sa inside his own penalty box here. The Portuguese keeper goes long. Wolves collecting the ball in midfield through Mane. Good first touch there from Mateusz Mane. Now with João Gomes, plays the ball towards the left-hand side, but Gomes loses the ball. Now Liverpool can break here, and that's surely going to be a free kick, and it is, and we're going to see the yellow card come out here. No, that's only the second yellow card of the game. The first one went to Gravenberch. And who was it that went in with the challenge? It was the Wolves 8, João Gomes. So João Gomes with the first Wolves booking of the game here. And we're about to see the next Wolves. So it looks as if Rodrigo Gomes is going to come on, and it looks as if he's going to replace Mateusz Mane. who's had another good game. Anytime I've seen him, it's been pretty impressive. Worked extremely hard in this match, as has everyone really for Wolves. They've had a lot of defending to do, but Mane goes off then, and he's replaced by Rodrigo Gomes. That's Wolves' fourth substitution of the night, so they can make one more sub. Liverpool can still make two more here. And just to touch upon those match stats again, so yeah, remarkably, Wolves still haven't actually registered a shot of any kind on or off target at home. Liverpool have had 12 shots, 3 on target, but still goalless. As we now move into the 71st minute of the game, so Liverpool back on the attack once more. Jones plays the ball to Konate inside the centre circle. Back to the left-hand side, now with Konate. Soberslai to the right-hand side, finds Salah, chips the ball in, tries to find Ekatike on the end of it, but ball comes off Ladislav Krejci last. I'd say he's a contender for man of the match as well. He's been really solid in that three-man defence for Wolves. So it's going to be a corner then for Liverpool on this left-hand side, and Liverpool are going to make another substitution. So Jeremy Frimpong is coming off, and he's going to be replaced by the number 2, Joe Gomez. So Gomez is now on for Liverpool, and he's replaced Frimpong. And so both Rob Edwards and Arne Slot have just one more substitution that they can make. So Gomez on for Frimpong for Liverpool, as we await this corner kick to come in from the right-hand side. So Gomez goes straight into the 6-yard box then on the attack for his side. Can he make an instant impact? Corner comes in. It's slapped away by the goalkeeper, and then it comes back in with a long-range shot that's steered wide by Soberslai. And so it's another shot then registered by Liverpool, but it's another shot that is off target. And so Sa will just take his time with the goal kick here. So just a reminder of the other Premier League games that have taken place earlier on tonight that have already come to an end. So it finished goalless between AFC Bournemouth and Brentford. It finished Everton 2, Burnley 0 at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, and at Elland Road finished Leeds United 0, Sunderland 1. So a big away victory there on the road for the Black Cats. In the FA Cup, it's gone into extra time between Port Vale and Bristol City, where it's still goalless, whilst in the Scottish Premiership it's Dundee United 2, St Mirren 1, and that is now a result. Let's get a slight break in play here at Molineux. So we're just awaiting the Wolves throw-in to come in for Mosquera to take. Now goes long, goes midway down into Liverpool's own half here, and now Wolves just looking to keep the ball, but they're unable to do so. McAllister goes down, he's looking for a free kick to be given, but nothing given by the referee, Thomas Bramall. So Wolves back in possession. And go all the way back to Jose Sa. And start looking to play the ball into the Wolves midfield. Going to get a little bit scrappy again. Salah just trying to get on the end of the delivery here, but that's well shielded by the Wolves 8, João Gomez. Play goes down for Wolves, nothing given again by the referee. To be fair, the referee has had a good game. He's not really noticed him all that much in this match, and he's allowed the game to flow here, but time just beginning to run out a little bit here for Liverpool into the 74th minute, about to reach the 75th. Gomez with an attempted delivery on the right hand side, takes a deflection, and so it's going to be a corner for Liverpool on this right flank. And we are now into the 75th minute of the game then. Still Wolves 0, Liverpool 0. Wolves certainly the happier of the two sides at the moment here in this game. It's got the feeling there's going to be a lot more defending to come here for the hosts. And their next challenge is to withstand this latest corner. So it's going to be Mo Salah to take. We've got a Wolves player just sat on his backside here over the goal line. It's the number 7, Andre. Now the referee just trying to establish here what's happened. Andre just brought up to his feet by João Gomes. Lots of pushing and shoving here. Getting a little bit tedious, it has to be said. Andre very much man-marking João Gomes. Practically hugging him there. Corner comes in. Not great quality, but Wolves' defence haven't been able to clear the ball yet. But now they have, and now they're looking to go in a very quick counter, but they're unable to do so. Now Liverpool have just got some gaps that they could exploit here. Engamoa, and there's lots of space to run into on this left of centre. Now he's 20 yards away from the goal line, plays the ball into Ekitike, but the ball kind of just bounces off Ekitike there. I think Ekitike just explaining to Engamoa that the ball came at him too quickly there, and so he was unable to control the ball properly, and the ball ran out of play. It'll be another goal kick for Jose Sa to take. So still waiting for this goal kick to be taken. So let's just have a check on the as it stands table. So if this game was to end 0-0, Liverpool would remain 5th, 2 points behind Aston Villa in 4th. Of course, if Liverpool can get a win, if it's just by the 1 goal, then they can leapfrog Aston Villa. In fact, if they could win 3-0, although that would be pushing it, seeing as there's only 14 minutes to go, they could actually overtake Man U to go into 3rd place here, but time is very much running out for that possibility. Whereas as it stands for Wolves, they would be just 8 league games to go for Wolves. So surely too little too late for the bottom side, but at least they have improved somewhat in the second half of this season under Rob Edwards. Liverpool on their next counter. Gomez takes the ball over the halfway line. McAllister plays the ball quickly here to Salah. Now back to the Liverpool midfield with Szoboszlai. Attempts a through ball. Comes to nothing though. Now the Wolves defence will scramble the ball away. Now they've got a little bit of an opportunity here. Wolves have got the opportunity to go into the area, and they've taken the lead! Wolves have taken the lead in the 78th minute! Absolutely remarkable! Wolves have scored with their very first efforts of the game. That is absolutely astonishing, and it's Rodrigo Gomez who has scored here, the substitute for Wolves, completely against the run of play. They suddenly had a man overlapping who was in space. That man was Rodrigo Gomez. And Wolves, who had had no attempts whatsoever before we reached the 78th minute, and Wolves have suddenly taken the lead. Absolutely remarkable. How exactly did that happen? Well, Van Dijk is claiming that he was pushed during the build-up. So VAR will be checking every possibility there, just to make sure that the goal is fine to stand. That's a great finish though. That really is a good finish there from Rodrigo Gomez, because he had Konate breathing down his neck, but he was still able to just dink the ball beautifully over Alisson. Ball goes into the bottom corner. Now I think there is just a possibility that VAR might just be checking this even further as to whether Van Dijk was fouled in the build-up. But that is remarkable. That's a great finish from the right foot there, Rodrigo Gomez. And Wolves have gone 1-0 up. Rob Edwards reacting jubilantly there, but we're playing on here, so the goal definitely stands. So there was definitely no foul in the build-up. The goal stands, and it's now Wolves 1, Liverpool 0. Rodrigo Gomez with the goal. Absolutely remarkable here. Now Liverpool very urgently now trying to get back onto level terms. Remarkably, they are behind Gomez with the goal. Arokadari, another substitute with the assist there. Engaboa just inside the 18-yard box here for Liverpool, and they've hit the post. They've hit the post. It's a brilliant save from Jose Sa to tip the ball onto the post. So Liverpool almost back onto level terms almost immediately after Wolves took the lead. But Jose Sa comes to Wolves' rescue, and the danger's still not over yet for the hosts. They now got another corner to withstand here. Received the ball just inside the edge of the 18-yard box. He went for the bottom corner. He went for precision and accuracy rather than pace, and it almost paid off. But Jose Sa, outstretched hand there, just with his fingertips. It's the slightest of touches, but it makes sure that the ball hits the woodwork rather than going into the back of the net. And now a corner comes in from Liverpool, and the Wolves defence is just able to clear the ball away here. But now with Liverpool committing so many players forward, there's also that risk there of Wolves being able to exploit the huge gaps in Liverpool's defence. But Wolves are having to withstand even more pressure now. But it's Wolves that have the lead here with 10 minutes to go. Engaboa plays the ball back here. And in the end, it's a flicked-on header. I think McAllister got on the end of it. And McAllister actually rushes over behind the goal to actually pick up the ball and give it to the Wolves goalkeeper. That just shows you how desperately Liverpool just want Wolves to just crack on with the game here, because time, well, it must have felt like it was running very quickly before. It's now running super quick now that Liverpool are 1-0 down. So just a reminder, if you have just tuned in, Wolves' number 21 substitute Rodrigo Gomes with the goal after he was set up by Arokadari, and it was a lovely finish as well, and absolutely remarkable here. Wolves, that is the only shot they have had in this entire game on or off target, you know, counting any sort of speculative long-range attempt, even if it's from 40 yards. That is the only shot that they have had, and it was on target. And it wasn't just on target, it beat the keeper and found the bottom corner. And Liverpool, despite having 15 shots overall with 4 on target, they are losing 1-0. We're now into the 82nd minute. But don't go anywhere, because I'm sure we've got some more drama to come. Now Salah going down this right-hand side here for Liverpool, just on the edge of the 18-yard box, but he manages to lose the ball. And Wolves will just try and eat up as much time as they can here. By the way, Liverpool have made their latest and last substitution of the night. Konate has gone off. It's an attacking change, and it's Federico Chiesa who's come on for the Reds. So Chiesa has now come on for Ibrahima Konate here. And that's Liverpool's last change of the game. And Liverpool break here just on this right-hand side. Mo Salah gets past his man, and he's managed to find the back of the net. It's 1-1 here. Mo Salah has equalised for Liverpool in the 83rd minute of the game here. They broke very, very quickly on the counter. I think it was a mistake there from Bellegarde that led to Liverpool going on the break. And Liverpool have managed to get a goal back. So it's now Wolves 1, Liverpool 1. And it was Jean-Rickner Bellegarde. Oh, dearie me, it was a poor pass. He ended up picking out Mo Salah perfectly, inadvertently. And the keeper gets a touch on Mo Salah's effort, but it wasn't enough. It's with the outside of his left foot, and the keeper manages to get a glove onto it, but it's not enough to stop the ball from hitting the back of the net. And Liverpool have got an equaliser here. Fist pump celebration from Arne Slot. So it's now Wolves 1, Liverpool 1. Late drama here. So Mo Salah has picked up an equaliser in the 83rd minute. That's only his 5th Premier League goal this season. And it's truly game on again here. But it's now an attacking throw-in for Wolves. It's going to be Mosquera to take, only about 10 yards away from the corner quadrant on this right-hand side. You can see how disappointed Rob Edwards is. Long throw then for Wolves. Mosquera to take with the throw. And Liverpool looking to break here, and they can do so. And Salah goes over the halfway line. It's just Salah against 2 Wolves defenders. Salah has got an overlap to work with, and he had the opportunity there to just play in. I think it was Szoboszlai just overlapping him, but he still ends up finding a Wolves player somehow. And Salah knows how close he was to surely setting Liverpool up for a second goal. Now Wolves can go in the counter themselves here, and Van Dijk is forced to clear the ball away anywhere he can. And the ball goes a long way over the bar there, and it's going to be a corner for the hosts from the left flank. This game has become very, very stretched indeed here. And Van Dijk needed to make that clearance because Tolu Arokadari would have got on the end of it there if it hadn't been for Van Dijk. But Salah, I mean, it was Szoboszlai that was making the perfect overlapping run, but it was a poor pass from Salah, and he looks up to the skies there as if, to say, I can't believe how poor his pass was at the end. So all to play for here. Wolves 1, Liverpool 1. 5 minutes to go before we reach the 90th minute. Corner comes in from Wolves from the left-hand side. Comes off Gomez. Joe Gomez for Liverpool. And now Chiesa will play the ball up long here. Falls to the Wolves midfield. Now with Andre. Now Wolves showing some attacking intent again here, and they've got the number 15 there on the overlap. Yerson Mosquera. But in the end his attempted cross just goes right into the gloves there of Alisson. And this game has got really stretched now. Wolves by a long distance. This is the most attacking they've been at any point in the game here within these last 10 minutes or so. They've got some space. They'll go for goal from 20 yards out, and that's only their second shot of the game. This one goes a long way over the bar, and that won't be troubling Alisson whatsoever there. So it's a real grandstand finale then to this game. We went so long without seeing a goal, and now we've got a real grandstand finish. So it's still Wolves 1, Liverpool 1. We're now 86.5 minutes in here. So if you've just tuned in, Rodrigo Gomes gave Wolves the lead in the 78th minute with literally Wolves' first shot in the entire match. And then 5 minutes later, in the 83rd minute, Mo Salah equalised for Liverpool with his 5th Premier League goal of the season. And now both teams really going all out for the winner here. Liverpool back on their next attack. Engamoa on this left-hand side brings the ball up to the edge of the 18-yard box. Now Ekitike. Joe Gomez might go for goal from 30 yards, decides not to, plays a pass, tried to play a pass in there to Mo Salah on the right-hand side, but ball just had a little bit too much purchase there. I think Arne Slot liked what he saw, and it's a cheap throw-in to give away. We now move into the 88th minute of the game. Wolves 1, Liverpool 1. As we await Wolves to take this throw-in then from a very defensive position, only a few yards up from the corner flag on Wolves' left-hand side. The throw can only find Ekitike for Liverpool, and now Liverpool have got some space on this right-hand side. Salah looking to play the ball into Ekitike. Now it diverts into the path of Szoboszlai. Now Engamoa on this left-hand side, looking to cut onto his right here, just inside the 18-yard box. It's a poor pass though from Engamoa, and it just allows Andre to run through here on the centre of midfield, and there's gaps to exploit here for Wolves. 20 yards out, now just inside the 18-yard box, but they're not able to make the most of it. The ball will just run out, and it will be collected here by the number 14, Tolu Arokadari. And then an attempted through ball there from Bellegarde, falls to nothing though. Now Engamoa for Liverpool. Passes back to Gomez. Really feel a lot of desperation here from both sides as Ekitike is surely being dragged back. That's got to be a yellow card here for the Wolves defender. And now it's getting really heated here between both players. A lot of pushing and shoving here. Joe Gomez having a bit of a coming together with Joe Gomez. And it just needs to calm down. I think the Wolves player that's gone down on the pitch is Santiago Bueno. And it was him that is surely going to get the yellow card, because he was tugging at Ekitike's shirt so much it was practically ripping Ekitike's shirt off of him there to stop Liverpool from having a great chance to go on the counter. And then suddenly it really spilled over. Quite a few players ended up getting involved, so the yellow card has come out there But the yellow card shown to Santiago Bueno, and you can have absolutely no complaints about that. It was about as cynical as you can come. Knew exactly what he was doing, but obviously he felt like he had to do it. And I think we're about to see another yellow card as well. Not too sure who for though. Try and get some confirmation on that here. It doesn't look. I think there wasn't a further yellow card, so I think thought Liverpool had just received another yellow there, but that's not happened. So it's going to be a free kick from around 40 yards out then for Liverpool. We're now into stoppage time. We've got 6 minutes of stoppage time to go. We're just inside the first of those 6 minutes now. Free kick played short, now whipped into the area. Wolves are just able to clear the ball away, but can only clear the ball behind the goal. So it's going to be a corner for the visitors on their right-hand side. And it's going to be Mo Salah to take with the corner. Obviously looking to play this as quickly as they can here. A lot of pushing and shoving in front of Jose Sa on the goal line here. It's getting a little bit fractious, a little bit tedious again. But the corner now comes in from Mo Salah. He's headed away by Wolves at their near post. The ball arrives back at the Liverpool defence. Now spread to the left-hand side. Finds Ugo Ekitike. Cuts inside his man. Goes onto his right foot. But goes down, and now Wolves can go on the counter here. And now Liverpool have committed so many players forward. Wolves have got a chance of inflicting their own damage, but the end product is not great. And Joe Gomez is able to head the ball back to his goalkeeper there, Alisson. Alisson distributes quickly and long. Finds Salah on the right-hand side, but Salah can't quite get ahead of Jackson Chachua. He'll go out for a throw-in here for Liverpool. And it looks as if the official player of the match award has gone to Ladislav Krejci. We're now 90 seconds of our way through these 6 minutes of stoppage time. Just waiting for a long throw to come in here from Liverpool. Long throw comes in. It's harmed away by the goalkeeper, but it's still not out of danger. Ngamoa plays the ball in here. Liverpool's got a chance, but Van Dijk's header is on target, but it's straight into the gloves of Jose Sa. That was a big opportunity there for Liverpool. You know how dangerous Virgil van Dijk can be in the penalty box. I think there was, even if he had found the back of the net, I think there was a slight suspicion that he may have just been offside, but either way, it doesn't matter. His header, whilst on target, could not beat the goalkeeper, but Liverpool's still going, still trying to find this winner. Ngamoa looking to play the ball back here to Szoboszlai. He stays down, but no free kick is given by the referee. Wolves can go on the attack themselves. Play the ball into the centre of play. Now back to their defence, back into the centre of midfield. There's a few gaps to exploit here on this left-hand side. What can Wolves do? They've just broken inside the 18-yard box, but there's a slip there from the number 3, Ugo Bueno, but he's been able to keep the ball ahead of Curtis Jones. Now Jones is able to get the ball off him just in front of his own corner quadrant here on the right-hand side. 3 minutes to go then of stoppage time, and Liverpool going all out for a late winner. But can this give Wolves an opportunity as Andre goes for goal and he's found the back of the net? Wolves have scored! It's Wolves 2, Liverpool 1 in the 4th minute of stoppage time. Rob Edwards going crazy in the Wolves dugout as he goes in front of the home support here. Absolutely remarkable. Wolves have scored in stoppage time. Absolutely remarkable here. It took a big deflection. It was Andre that got the shot in. He'll definitely be credited with the goal, but I think it took a big deflection there off Joe Gomez, and the ball completely wrong-footed Alisson in goal, and the ball finds the back of the net, and it's Wolves 2, Liverpool 1. Arne Slot looks on. He can't believe what he's watching here. Liverpool have had so many more shots than Wolves in this game, but it's Wolves that have the lead. Let's have a look here. Oh my word, it's a huge deflection. Andre goes for goal then from the edge of the D, and it comes off the right ankle of Gomez. It completely wrong foots Alisson, Oh, and it's one of those. Alisson goes down, and he knows his heart must have sank. He saw the change of direction of the ball, and he knew the ball was heading into the back of the net. Rob Edwards going absolutely crazy in front of the front row of Wolves supporters. I mean, it's still very unlikely that Wolves will stay up, but you know, they've got a slight chance. It's still very, very slim, don't get me wrong, but they've given themselves just a slight chance. So in the, as it stands, league table, so if Wolves are able to hold on to this 2-1 victory, they would be 11 points adrift of safety with 8 league games to go. But we've still got another minute or two to go here in stoppage time. There's still time for Liverpool to try and get something back. Have they won a corner here on the left-hand side? Who did it come off last? Let's have a look here. There's a lot of very nervous Liverpool away supporters here at Molineux. So, just to clarify, there's 6 minutes of stoppage time. We're now into the 5th minute. And I think it is going to be a goal kick, though, for Wolves. So it's a goal kick for Jose Sa to take. So as it stands, Wolves would still be bottom, but only now would they be 3 points behind 19th place Burnley. They lost earlier on tonight away at Everton. And Wolves will be 11 points adrift of safety here. And it's Wolves actually on the attack again. There's only a few seconds to go. Just on this left-hand side of the penalty box here, but Liverpool are able to withstand that latest pressure, but time is running out. We're now into the final minute of stoppage time, but will there be another minute added on because of a slight break in play earlier? Surely only 1 more minute to go. Engamoa on the left-hand side for Liverpool goes towards the edge of the 18-yard box, plays the ball in here, and it comes in, it's on target, but it's saved by Sa. It was a fierce shot there from Federico Chiesa, and whilst he hit it with venom, it was still straight at Sa, and the goalkeeper was able to gather the ball, and now Wolves are just going straight up the far end with the number 3, Hugo Bueno. He's got 3 Liverpool players around him. Bueno goes down. He's surely won his side a free kick here. Alexi McAllister just going into him there. The game's still not over. We're heading into the 7th minute of stoppage time. It's Wolves 2, Liverpool 1. I mean, it is remarkable, the turnaround in Wolves' form. They've looked dead and buried almost all season, but even if they do go down, and it still looks likely that they will, you know, at least for their fans, they're going down with a fight here. And the game still continues. The throw comes in, and Wolves, well, the play is going to be brought back here for a free kick. As the play continues, and it was Tolu Rokdari who was just being shoved there and then held back. So it's going to be a free kick for Wolves on this left-hand side, just around the, just over the dugout area here. Play comes in, and there goes the full-time whistle. So it's finished here at Molineux Stadium, and it's an absolutely remarkable result here. So it's finished Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Liverpool 1. It was 0-0 at the interval. It was a very, very flat first half, but it was a second half that got more and more dramatic as it progressed. So Rodrigo Gomes gave Wolves the lead in the 78th minute with, remarkably, Wolves' first shot in the entire game. But then Liverpool equalised 5 minutes later in the 83rd minute through Mohamed Salah, with scoring with the inside of his right foot. Goalkeeper got a touch to it, but he couldn't keep it out. And you'd think if there was going to be another goal in it, it would be Liverpool to get the late winner, but it was Wolves that got the winner in the 4th minute of stoppage time, when Andre's strike took a huge deflection off Joe Gomez, which wrong-footed Alisson and went into the back of the net. So it's finished Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Liverpool 1. Liverpool remain in 5th position in the Premier League, 3 points behind Aston Villa, and Wolves are still bottom, but they're now only 3 points behind 19th place Burnley, and they're 11 points adrift of safety with 8 league games to go. I mean, Can they do it? It would be the most remarkable escape if they could. But, you know, they've given themselves just a little bit of a chance. So a remarkable Premier League game has come to an end here. Thank you so much for listening to our live audio commentary coverage. It's finished here at Molineux Stadium in the Premier League. Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Liverpool